Okay, everybody, it's me, Gregory Mannarino. Still Thursday, September 15th, 2022. This is my post-market wrap-up. People, the debt market sell-off is continuing and is getting attention on every single mainstream media outlet now. I mean, we went from radio silence. We went from nothing to now this is all they're talking about here. Global bond yields rising, debt market sell-off, illiquidity in the debt market, what a central bank's going to do, blah, blah, blah. Look, it's about time they're paying attention to something real. This is a serious issue here. And as I admitted this morning, I have been wrong for weeks, believing that the Federal Reserve would do more here to manage, okay, that's what we have anyway, this issue here in the debt market. It's already illiquid, you know that. This is a danger. If this continues, like I've said for weeks, it's literally over. The S&P 500 right now is 1 percentage point away from a bear market again, okay? If it doesn't stop, if we continue to see bond yields rising, the 10-year yield rising, this inversion that we have in the yield curve, which historically, people do your own research on this, okay? Historically, and we've never seen it like this before, to this extreme. When you got a yield curve as inverted as we have, and we've never been here before, it's pointing towards a major economic issue. And that got backed up today by corporate CEOs. Corporate CEOs are banding together and they're saying, hey, this is what they're saying specifically, that the economy appears to be on track for a serious downturn. Okay. I think that's a no-brainer here. The economy has been in free fall, no doubt about it. And the stock market has been detached from reality for many, many years here. When you have easy money pouring into this market, you know, the last 3 presidents, Trump included, okay, have done nothing but call on the Federal Reserve to flood the market with easy money. Keep that stock market propped up so you can go rah, rah, rah. Look at the market here, calling for negative rates, weaker dollar. I mean, look, this mechanism, as you are all well aware of, when any president calls on a central bank to continue the heroin pumping into the market here, all it does is inflate bubbles and create distortions across the spectrum of asset classes. This is why we are here now. You understand? No accountability to anybody. Obama, none. Trump, none. This guy, none. And what we're seeing here, again, is direct collusion between these presidents, the Federal Reserve, to continue to inflate. And now we, the people, are paying for it, okay? So, like I said, if you have your faith in any one person that they're going to save you, they're going to save the economy, they're going to do anything to help you, no, they're not going to, okay? It's all a shit show, theater, and that's all it is. Anyway, on the economic front, this is what we found out today, all right, as this lovely day progressed. U.S. industrial output falls in August, but our economy is fantastic. Ex-President Bidenstein, Mummy Man, and Nancy Pelosi, Pelosi, they had a big party at the White House 2 days ago, celebrating how great everything is, because you see, again, they realize what's going on. This is a shift of everything that you thought you knew. Look, let me put another perspective on this here. What is the business of government? In your opinion, is the business of government to do nice and do good things for the people? How about that's not the business of government at all? The business of government is to survive. And what has happened here is a hideous merger between corporations, central banks, and whatever we have now. It's just, there's no real way to define it. Maybe you can. I would love to hear from you. Something else on the economic front that I think is interesting, okay, but not a shock, I don't think. So United States banks suffer record deposit outflows. Yeah, there's multiple reasons for this. But again, look, remember what we just heard. If you don't trust your government, and banks are part of the situation here, then you're a terrorist. Absolutely, that's what the Homeland Security chief said. If you don't trust your government, and let me tell you something. It's our responsibility to not trust our government. Okay, so that freak over there, someone should kick him in the freaking nuts a few times, and give him a nice wake-up call here, sir. What are we supposed to do? Follow along like sheep? Yeah, that's what he wants. But that's what they all want in this new thing around us here. As our economy craters, taking people with it, throngs of them, they're being led to the slaughter. But you better trust your government, otherwise you're a terrorist. Make it up. Make any of this stuff up. So anyway, stock market today took a hit. Gold and silver got hit. Crude oil got hit. Cryptocurrencies got hit. It was a pan sell-off day. Everything sold off. 10-year yield higher. When debt sells off, that's what you get. You get a sell-off, you get yields rising. Okay, so everything sold off today. And like I said, look, what does it mean if we fall back into bear market territory with the S&P 500? Whatever. What does it mean? It means we're back in bear market. But the bigger picture is forget about all the crap that the mainstream propaganda ministry wants you to look at. And now that you got the IMF, the mainstream media outlets here, the SEC warning of illiquidity issues in the debt market, I mean, look, it's time to wake up and smell the freaking coffee. Duh. I mean, sincerely, duh. This is huge. People, you see, look, the issue is, you get it. But if you follow this blog, you realize that the debt market is a time bomb. Tick, 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 louder, louder, and freaking faster as well, okay? Now, when that debt market implosion occurs, it's going to change the financial landscape of the world. It's going to change the economic situation of the world. We're going to run into an issue here with resources, and people are going to die. This is not just a problem of the markets here. I wrote about this so many years ago. Again, global debt and the human bubble. Global debt and the human bubble. Look it up by Greg Mannarino. It's happening right now. When that debt market implodes, people, it's just, again, it's not just a financial problem. Again, we're going to get a credit freeze. The system is going to lock up. Massive outcry. You all know that. People are going to look to the central banks and their puppet governments here for help. And of course, they're going to get help. But believe me, you shouldn't be wishing for this, because what's coming down the pike is going to make what we have now look very, very, very nice. So you got to be ready for it. I really hope you are, and not just from a financial standpoint. I've been telling people for years to get together with like-minded people. Start forming groups of people together. Get groups of people together in your neighborhood that you can count on in a worst-case scenario, because we're going towards it. We are definitely, beyond any shadow of any doubt, moving rapidly towards a worst-case scenario, and it's not by accident. Understand what we're seeing here. What has the Federal Reserve and other central banks done around the world colluding with their respective governments? They've inflated a monster, this Frankenstein debt bubble. And everyone knows it's a bubble. Everybody, okay? It's no secret. But what they're not letting you know about is every single bubble will eventually burst. And the effect is already manifesting itself, again, that moment of maximum saturation that I keep talking about here, in inflation getting progressively worse. This is the opening act leading towards what's coming down the pike, a rapid and uncontrolled sell-off in that debt market. What we're seeing right now is more or less controlled. Okay, a rapid, uncontrolled sell-off here in the debt market is going to make people's heads spin around like The Exorcist. It really, like that, okay? And rates are going to spike so fast, and the stock market is going to fall so hard, so fast, and then comes the liquidity crisis, the freezing up, the locking up to the system. This crisis that we're all going to be facing here is going to be, again, something people are going to talk about for thousands of years. But it's deliberate. It's being set up. It's deliberate and it's being set up. So you need to be prepared for it mentally, physically, spiritually, every manner, and not just trying to get yourself in the right spots in here, and at least try not to get fleeced by the current situation here, which is designed to do. The system is designed to wipe you out, okay, and make your life harder, put more pressure on you, make you dependent on the system. People like you and me, like, we're rebelling against it, okay? And I guess that makes us terrorists too, because I can't speak for all of you, but I can tell you that I do not trust this government at all, because this government is not what it appears to be at all. It's the central banks that are running the entire show. And I don't know about you, but I'd be willing to bet that you don't trust central banks, who are public enemy number one. They are global terrorists, okay, of the highest order. But no, the Homeland Security boss over there thinks that you're a terrorist. Explain that one to me. All right, people, look, I'm going to end this video. We covered a lot of important things here. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. And we'll talk tomorrow in the morning. Looking forward to that. And, well, that's all.